Tyler Perry's Sistas. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. This for Tyler Perry's Sistas. Okay, the question is, how and when will Tyler Perry's Sistas, the series, end? Okay, so because I was like, okay, with all this, the way these storylines are going, it's kind of and the fact that, Andi was already supposed to be partner. The fact that the writers, because I don't know how many writers it is, are forgetting what they wrote and they expect us to forget. It's kind of an indication that the series should probably end, or they should come up with some new content or something. What do y'all think? Comment down below right now. Right now. Do y'all think? Why I say it like that? Do y'all think that the series should end right now? What time it is? It's 5:08 in the morning, y'all. 5:08 a.m. But yeah, okay, we got it. Before I forget, we're gonna start with the thing that the storyline that I've been talking about in my reviews and stuff, and that's the bank robbery situation. Okay, so what did I see? I've been seeing people talk about that, and also I got thoughts. Y'all know, if y'all been listening, I said this is one way that they could have wrote that, the whole bank robbery thing, because I keep bringing up Alonzo. If y'all remember Alonzo, what he did to Maurice, he attacked Maurice and everything. Did Maurice get him back though? Yeah, he did get him back. Well, okay, that's when how he came back to the bank, and he was talking to him, and he said he wanted him. I think he wanted him to drop the charges or something like that. And Maurice said no, and he was like, okay. And I said it wasn't okay. I know what I did, and I said what I did, and I understand why you ain't gonna drop the charge. It was more like a, okay, you gonna wish you had her. So I'm like, okay. I said that there was an opening. Now I don't know if Tyler Perry and the other writers, if it's some more writers, because I had heard on House of Pain he got new writers, so he could have got new writers for Sistas. I'm not sure, but that was an opening right there. Like I said, that maybe the actor didn't want to come back. They ain't never stopped writers from replacing cast before. So I'm like, he could have, if that Alonzo wasn't available to come back, because maybe he on different projects and stuff. Maybe it was only supposed to be a temporary thing. But yeah, could have had him come back. Could have had Alonzo come back, because it was the scene. Maurice and Q had slept together, and after that, he was finna get ready. He jumped up, and he's finna rob the bank and everything. Hey, he had the weapon on Maurice. And when he was on the phone, he said, I'm with that BAN now. I'm with that BAN now. And I said, who was he? And I've been asking this whole time, like, who was he on the phone with? Because he said, obviously, so when they had him call him from prison, it was like, he finna get ready to get out and all that. I said, I thought he was going to say, somebody put me up to it. He said if I didn't do it, he was going to do this. Because, Alonzo, wasn't he, they made it seem like he was this big old gangster and stuff like that. I was like, okay. And that's what's going to lead Maurice to forgive. My stomach growling. That's what's going to lead Maurice to forgive him. Because I was like, okay, Maurice going to forgive him down the line and everything. But nothing. We ain't heard of Alonzo no more. Nothing. I was like, there was an opening. Because who was he on the phone with? Are we supposed to forget that he was on the phone with somebody? I mean, it could have been nobody. It could have been one of his crews or whatever. I said one of his crews. One of the people in his crew that actually did the bank robbery. Well, now I got to go back and watch that scene when he did. Hold on. I tried to look it up on YouTube if they had the clip. It's probably on Facebook somewhere. But then wasn't somebody with him when they robbed the bank? I can't remember. But yeah, it could have been somebody from the crew that decided to rob the bank. But I was like, there was an opening to have Alonzo come back, and then maybe have this scene with Q and Maurice, if Maurice had forgiven him, and have Alonzo reveal himself or something. Or, Q could have revealed it. He's like, the reason I did is because I was being threatened. He wanted payback. He like, who wanted payback? Y'all know I would be watching a lot. I used to watch a lot of movies and stuff. I keep saying I watch a lot of movies, but I don't do that no more. I just be watching Tyler Perry stuff and like The Bold and Beautiful and General Hospital and stuff. But yeah, he could have been like, he made me do it, and then he like, who? Alonzo. He said that I had to do it, that you had these charges against him or something. Look, there was an opening. He said he wanted payback for what you and Sabrina did. Look, I don't know. But that's what I feel about the bank robbery situation. Since we own Maurice now, if you didn't know, next week, Maurice going to confront Q or try to get his keys back, he gonna pull a weapon on him. Look, see this? I don't know. I really don't know at this point. Somebody asked the question, how does Q get a weapon when he's on what was it, house arrest, or he has a weapon? I said, you don't know that these folks these folks in real life be doing that stuff, but I'm gonna mind my business in that case. But what else? In regards to that situation, Calvin and Sabrina now. They said Calvin, yeah, you already know where I stand. Calvin and Maurice are to blame. They are. Sabrina, even finally Sabrina told him, this is on you. I told you not to get involved and all that. And I said, it's also on Calvin. Look, but it's not fully. I don't like how Maurice talked to Calvin. It's not fully on Calvin. It's Calvin's fault for falling for the sob story. You were the first person. Well, I ain't gonna say you was the first person, but you the first person that we knew of that he robbed. So why would you, fall for? I don't know. Because he got a sob story and because you like his cooking. That's kind of crazy. That's one thing also that they need to end in regards to the Calvin and Sabrina story. Look, matter of fact, all these doggone couples, look, they got Sabrina and Calvin. He's still asking her where we stand, what she said she don't know, and all that stuff. You don't know. We finna be in season 6. What you mean you don't know? He was willing. I understand some of the stuff he do. If that ain't what you into, then just tell him. Like, I appreciate everything you done for me. I love and care for you, but it's just not gonna work out. Stop telling. That's called leading folks on at this point. You're leading him on. You can't keep him there in case the thing with Bio don't work out. And then she always it's like she be wanting him, but she'll go to her friends and ask them, is this okay? You too old for that. To be going check with them and see, is this okay if I, at some point you got to stop. At some point. So we finna be in season 6. I think they said they done filming season 6, so we probably get a date after next week's season finale about, or a trailer. Don't we usually get a trailer? Yeah, I think so. But, yeah, they need to end the Sabrina and Calvin storyline. But at that point, if they end it, what storyline would they give Calvin? That's why I say it's probably time for the series to end. I know a lot of people, I like the show. I don't like the writing and how it's going out, because then you got, look, I might say Fatima and them for last, because look, the whole spinoff, now we might as well go and talk about it. The whole spinoff, I always thought that they did spinoffs at the end. Once they ended the original series, that's when they introduced, oh, we got this spinoff coming as a team. Because now it's like they don't just mess these folks up, mess the whole couple up. And I don't know. I know, of course, there's some people that's still rooting for them and everything. I'm trying to be one of those people, but everything that's been going down is a huge red flag. Look, I was tripping off the fact. I'm still tripping off the fact that Fatima told Gary she was going to throw herself down the doggone stairs and make him catch the case. I understand you tired of him, he abusive, he this and that, but okay, would you do the same to Zach if y'all having a disagreement? You can't always go to violence. So now it's kind of, she went from this person, look, y'all remember when she rolled Gary up in that little cart thing or whatever it was? I think it was a mail cart to Andi's apartment. I was like, now why she got, it's like they written her a whole different way. I said, now why she brought him? She was like, he said he need to talk to her and everything. So she brought him in a doggone mail cart. Not a mail. Yeah, it was one of them, like the mail rooms where they be on the movies. They be, here's your mail, and they pass it to me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I feel like they've messed up. I don't understand. I mean, I like that we finally finna see some of Fatima's background and everything. But then also, this is where the confusing, like, does he, on Sistas, does Zach already know about the abortion? We ain't heard nothing about it. We heard about this child. It's some people that believe this actually is a child, and they say if it is, they really done with Fatima. They don't like her character and everything. It's some people who saying that's a stepchild. It's even some people who saying it could be a pet. I say, you never know with Tyler Perry's writing. He tends to do this stuff. And I seen some people asking who they thought would die in this season finale, and I said everybody. I said everybody. I said y'all know this Tyler Perry go to the everybody, or at least make you think that everybody did. I said I don't know. This should have been because I'm kind of scared to see what comes next for these characters at this point. Because look, Andi already done lost her partnership and about to be up for a partnership again. Fatima over here talking about so she can't stand the bastard talking about her son, or we don't know. Because Joey, the dude Joey, if you didn't know, because some people might not actually know what's going on. So somebody from Fatima's past had came to Zach's house. First of all, how you know? How does everybody know where this man live? Who is in charge of this stuff? Who's been releasing this information? Like, so you tracked her down? How you track her down? How you know where she live at? She just decided to move in with him. So how you know where she live at, buddy old pal? Buddy old pal, how you know? Then didn't have to walk up one day when Karen was talking to Zach outside. Well, how did you know? Well, of course she probably know because Hayden. Of course Hayden. And we gonna talk about him too if I don't forget. But yeah, Fatima, they talk about she got a doggone child. She got a doggone child. We don't know if it's a child. Somebody said it's a pet. And I said, you really don't know if it's a pet at this point. It could be a pet. But she on the preview for next week's episode saying, yeah, like I said, she can't stand him. And he's like, you don't talk to him. And he don't know who she is. And they just, I know couples are going to go through some things, but they ain't even got over this yet. They still dealing with the Heather and Karen situation. Karen over here talking about she ain't signing no papers, and I do say Zach went over to the restaurant and showed his behind, and he ain't had to. But then I don't know. It's like y'all seen the preview. He over here trying to sweet talk us. I'm trying to apologize. He trying to do the little smooth. I said you ain't gotta be that. I said you could be calm because you was tripping over there at the restaurant. But Aaron flipped them over the table, y'all. Y'all seen that? I was like, ooh, I wasn't expecting it. They scrapping and stuff. I said, look. Then we got, I know who picture I left out. Aaron. I could have sworn I put it in. That's who. I got to remember to talk about Aaron because he next. We're going to do him next if I don't forget. But yeah, the Fatima, do y'all think that they've ruined her character? Are y'all still a Fatima fan? Because, season, oh, snap. Is that next week? Next week, Fatima comes back on, I think, March 16th. So I got to check that out. But, yeah, it's confusing. You usually do the spinoffs afterwards. But yeah, comment down below. Do y'all think that she actually has a child and that she would leave her child? I was like, I'm leaning towards the stepson thing, and maybe he was a menace. And people say it's still not justified to say that. Yeah, it's true. I would say that, but if they probably gonna try to make it out to be like, let me see if I could think of a character who was like just giving the person just trouble. I can't think of it. I don't know. But where does Joey dude get their address from? How do you know how long have you been watching them? Like, because he said DC. What led you to come from DC? I know I said we were gonna talk about Aaron. I kind of want to talk about Hayden because it's linked to Fatima and Zach. Okay. Also, do y'all think? Look, y'all know I ain't got no type of notes for this. I'm winging it because I just thought about this. What character do y'all think has showed some change in character? I feel like Zach the only one who was doing improvement, but after the restaurant scene, I don't know. I'm leaning towards he the only one because everybody else on this same stuff. But let's talk about Hayden. Because I said we're going to talk about Aaron, but we need to talk about Hayden. He's supposed to be in season 6, so we going to get some more of this mess. Do y'all think with him and Tamara, and I ain't put her picture, I should have put a picture of Hayden and I should have got that picture of Hayden, Heather, and Tamara. But yeah, since he's going to be in season 6, well, we got to wait and see, because there's just a spoiler that said he will be. What do y'all think? Y'all think he gonna still be in Zach and Fatima business, or do y'all think he gonna be so focused on Tamara that we ain't gonna cause we seen him cut ties with Heather, but that could have been for show. He could have been like, I just said that to keep her cool and calm, and he could be like, nah, I'm still on that case. Or he could find out that Tamara has been working. Look, I don't know. I think Fatima has something to worry about in regards to the Tamara lady, because she told you not to put in that job application. You did anyway. So if you willing to do that behind her back, what else are you willing to do behind her back? And that scene where she was like, don't talk to him like that in front of him, was that to get him to see you on his side, or was that because you actually didn't like the way Heather was talking to him? Could have you fallen for Hayden? And I would actually like to see Tamara actually have feelings for Hayden, and this plan backfire for Fatima. I don't know why, because I can't stand Hayden and I don't like what he been doing to Zach and Fatima. But it's just like, I don't know. I just got a feeling that it's not going to work out because she went and put in the application anyways. And then somehow Fatima knew about it. How did you know about it? Because um, when you told her about the application, you told her to make up some excuse and not fill it out and everything. When you left out, she's like, I'm putting in this job application and I'm gonna get, she said she gonna get his money, get all his money. I think she said I'm gonna get all his money. So how did Fatima know that she had already put the job application in? Because she asked the assistant lady, I don't know her name, did she put the job application in? She like, yeah. And she like, can you bring it to me? And she like, yeah, I can bring it to you. I said, so what is, I know Fatima was this is what I'm talking about. Andi was promoted to partner, if I'm not mistaken, and Fatima was promoted as well. So what is she her assistant or something above assistant or what? Because she was like, bring the application to her, and I was like, can she do that? But I guess she can. I don't know. But yeah, so she willing to do that behind her back. What else? What else? I think that was one of the red. That should have been the red flag. You told her not to do it. She did it anyways. She did it anyways. So who's to say she hasn't fallen for Hayden? And if she has fallen for Hayden, will she tell Hayden? Well, more than likely, if she fell for him, she will. And what would Hayden do with that information? With Hayden, look, they should have got this man. When I should have went live with this because I think it's gonna be over 30 minutes. I'm not sure, and it take a long time to export when it's over a certain amount of time. But when he put them drugs, shoot, I said the word. Man, if anybody got time to be study blocking out words and stuff, because they be trying to flag your video. Because I be forgetting. Y'all know I forget in a minute. But when they put those substances, like, don't nobody know what that means. Shut up, Jessica. When they I know it wasn't him who did it, but he had somebody do it. Y'all remember, was that season 1? Y'all know I'm not good with none of this stuff. But he had somebody put the substance in Zach's truck. Zach got stopped and everything. That's when they should have got him. And Fatima was like, she has the neighbor has video footage of the guy, and they know that they could get him. She know that she could get him to tell that it was Hayden and everything. That's something serious, that ain't something you're just supposed to overlook. Not just that, with the cop dude. The cop dude over here was finna talking about he gonna turn off his camera and give him a reason. He gonna do this and that to Zach. Zach could have lost his life, and I don't like how they skated past it. I don't like how they skated. Then he was in the doggone Andi room. Andi, what was that? Where she stayed at? Where she used to stay at? We just say apartment. Remember when he gonna try to put the moves on Andi? I think he was flirting with her or something in the apartment. I said, that's the same dude that was threatening Zach. I thought that was gonna be a bigger storyline as well, because you don't just skate past this man was finna take his life. And this brings up Karen. She got you arrested for something you didn't do. You go sleep with her. Do that make sense? And that's why it's been people saying that when Zach and Karen meet up again, they're gonna sleep together again in the office. I said, I hope not. But at this point, we can't act like it's impossible. She done had you locked up. Your solution, you reward her by sleeping with her. Of course, you could be caught in the moment, yada, yada, yada. But you forgetting that the man was going to try to do something to you. Talking about taking out, you could have lost your life. And they skated past that. I don't like that. That ain't something you just skate past. This man said he was going to turn off his camera. That's just the equivalent of Fatima talking about throwing herself down the stairs. He said he going to turn off his body camera. And I mean, he could have just beat him badly, but that's still bad, and they skated past it. But we done talk about Hayden. Let's talk about Aaron, since I ain't got his picture up here and I might forget. Aaron got this situation going on. Like, Karen and her mama had agreed that he had been hiding something. It was something that he had been hiding, or he seems like he too good to be true. That's what they said. And now we see John over here with Jennifer. Somebody that said that they think she gonna be the one to set Karen's salon on fire and everything, because they got a spoiler picture where Karen is covered. Look, they got 2 different spoiler pictures now. They got one Karen covered in like smoke and stuff, and she's talking to, is she talking to one of the girls? I think she's talking to one of the girls. I'm not sure, or somebody she's talking to, but she covered in smoke. Then they got another spoiler pic where Karen's belly is poked out and she's talking to Aaron. And I said, now how you gonna go from a flat belly to a belly sticking all the way out? Because those 2 pictures that's supposed to be from season 6. I don't know, y'all. How they do this stuff is so crazy. But yeah, some people say Jennifer gonna be the one to set it. I said, well, why would you go set her stuff on fire if she do? Aaron the one over here telling stories and stuff about who he is and what he capable of. But he was like, stop calling me John. And on next week's episode, he's supposed to yell at her and tell her to go. And she was like telling Karen, he make you feel like you the only one. He with you too and everything. Now, he was like, when Pam said her name, he tried to act like he didn't know who it was. I mean, she could be one of those crazy people that become obsessive or something. You never know. But at the same time, he was like, he didn't know who it was. Then he went out there, what are you doing here? Then we went out there, told her to leave. She called him John. She slapped him. Look, Karen gonna be wanting to know who it is. I said, who is it, John? And who is John? Is your middle name John? Is your first name John? Is that the name you gave? Because some people tell a story about their name, y'all. Some people have admitted, like, I don't look. I be watching YouTubers. I be watching different shows where people admit they used to use a fake name, and everything. Females too. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know. So it could be one of those situations where they chose to give a fake name. I don't know. But we see him yelling and stuff, and I was like, and they said, oh, that's what they said in the synopsis. They said Karen sees another side of Aaron, and it costs her. Costs her big, and like I was trying to figure out how will it cost her. Like it shouldn't affect her. It's him, but they thinking it's the salon because this season they made a big deal, a big fuss about steady mentioning Pam turning off the curling iron and all this other stuff. Send videos. You got to send the videos and stuff. So they say it costs a Karen. So that's where the salon catches on fire is gonna be at probably. I thought it was gonna be Pam because Pam gonna be in the office talking to I think Andi. Not at the salon, but at where Andi works at the law firm. So I'm like, okay, is Karen gonna think that Pam has something to do with it? Like, why is Pam there talking to? Is she seeking legal action? Like, what's really going on? They got a lot of spoilers all over. But sometimes creators of shows and stuff, they'll throw stuff out there to see how you react to it. But from what I heard, they are done filming season 6, so whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But who we gonna talk about next? Cause um we didn't did we talk we talked a little bit about Fatima and Zach, but not all the way. But I feel like we need to go to somebody else. We might as well talk about how Karen said she's not signing the papers, and I already spoke on how Zach went showed up. But I feel like I know they said she had already signed the papers. And I think I remember that she did. So like they saying, what is she talking about? I was like, maybe she just trying to saying that. And some people think that maybe it might have something to do with finding out about Aaron and she just taking it out on Zach. And I said, I think she mad about what he did. But didn't they have a whole conversation about this situation? I don't know. This is why I said, the whole Angela thing. Fatima need to check her friends. Zach need to check his friends. That's the way this is going to work. It's going to have to. It's too much stuff at one time piling on for a new couple. And then they talk about marriage. Take the ring back off Fatima at this point. But yeah, Fatima was just, look, that whole picture scene, look. We didn't find out who took the doggone picture. They'll make a big fuss about something. And they won't. I understand that sometimes scenes and storylines don't work out the way you planned, or it doesn't work out with the actors and stuff like that. But from the credit card, they made a big fuss of it. Had the man almost get shot or lose his life, but you ain't gonna show who did it. Somebody was a client. It ain't enough to talk about who did it. Oh, that was just, they didn't even show us the video. Remember when they were looking at the video? I'm like, okay, we need to see this because y'all made a big fuss over this. Zach over here almost lost his life, or got put in the hospital, whatever. Dude talking about turning off his body cam. That's serious. This ain't something you just overlook. And we supposed to ignore that. We supposed to act like it didn't happen. I don't know, y'all. That whole thing was like, what? And then they ain't reveal. Maybe they gonna reveal it as a team, and that's why I said they should have waited to do the spinoff. Who took the doggone photo? Like at this point, that don't make sense. Don't focus so heavily on these doggone storylines if you ain't gonna actually look. Cause I wonder, we always debate when I had my other YouTube channel who did it and stuff, and they ain't even show it. Hyped it up. They over here watching the video. Oh yeah, there was a client. What? Then it was one of my friends, Angela. You know what friend, name drop or something. Then, like I said, until she gonna have to have a sit down. He gonna have to have a sit down. Y'all keep bringing up who these folks was. Zach friends keep talking about he acting different. They mad about Fatima saying it's her house and everything. Um, Fatima friends over here taking pictures and oh yeah, remember when she was talking? Then she like, I don't think he coming home. Is he? You sure he coming home? And then Fatima was like, here you go right there. And she's like, I said, see, they be. Then Angela also said, if you back in college, they ain't in college no more. They need to let them know. Look, we at different stages of our life. If you want to be a part of that, you're gonna have to stop bringing up my past or who I was with or trying to play matchmaker or trying to stir the pot. Like I want to know. I think I understand the taking the photo because and everything. I would correct myself. I would understand about the photo thing because if you know, if you know that that's your friends. I don't even know what they said. They said, I know your friend was that's supposed to be your friend's man, so I thought she would want to know. But to me, that whole thing, and if y'all listen to that review, I said it. I said, wait a minute. You sat there and you saw the whole interaction because they didn't show nobody leaving out. They said somebody in there sent a picture that was her friend, she trusts her, yada yada yada. You saw the whole interaction. You seen them go back there. You seen them come out. You seen him about to go. And you seen Karen tell him come back. And you seen them hug. And you seen her kiss him on the jaw. You seen the whole interaction. So it had to be somebody messy. Maybe that other friend, whatever her name is. I can't think of it right now. Um, for you to see the whole interaction and still take the photo and make it seem like they had been kissing and you not get no type of context or say what went down, you was being messy. So I'm thinking it was the other friend, but at the same time, I don't really know because they didn't tell us. But you saw the whole thing. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, wait a minute. You sat there and watched their whole interaction. You saw him leave. You ain't see nobody kissing nobody. You sat there and seen it. If you sit there and took that photo, that means you sit there and watched him leave. You didn't see nobody kissing nobody. You seen Karen kiss him on the jaw. And then Fatima and Zach didn't even talk about that. They didn't talk about that. They just was like, okay, she said she not mad no more. Is anybody gonna have a real conversation on this doggone show? Who we gonna talk about next? The Gary. Might as well talk about Gary and Andi. She still his fool. She over here, she done went off on everybody and their mama. But Gary. And they said this man gonna have a pregnant fiance. I said, of course. Are we shocked? Because they said, she was cool with being a side piece when he's married to Jasmine and everything. And now that you got the main spot, or allegedly got the main spot, somebody got to fill that side piece spot. So, like, is this finally gonna make her wake up? No, she probably gonna view it as, no, I don't put too much years in. I said, I think on maybe the series finale, she'll finally be fed up with his foolishness. Did they ever address if Jasmine had dropped the lawsuit against all the girls and everything? Cause I don't know, but yeah, he's over here still trying to take Robin. Him and Hayden trying to take Robin company and everything, and I was like, I'm confused about that whole situation. But yeah, that's all that's going on. That whole fiance thing supposed to happen in season 6, and I was like, she should have been done with him at this point. So anything they should have brought Jasmine back because I feel like it was a lot of unfinished business in regards to that. But I ain't got too much to say about Gary because oh yes I do. I know what I was saying. She don't win. She told Maurice about himself. Like, hold on, I'm only doing this because Sabrina, my friend, you got her into this situation and everything, and I agree. She don't went off on. Then she went off on Karen and told her, "You don't come in my house. I didn't give you the key to come and interrupt my conversation and everything." Granted, Karen did dismiss her and told her to get out her house and everything, and we got to talk about that as well. So I get it, but it's like, hold on now. I was like, okay. I said, okay. Andi finally speaking up. I said, Gary turn. Oh yeah, Robin. She told Robin that once somebody burns her, she out. Except Gary. Gary done did the most. He done did the most. And you still cool. You still just so in love with this man. And I don't understand. He the main one. You don't went off on Maurice. You been going off on Robin ever since he talked crazy to you. Talking about you cut people off. Except Gary. He done did the most. He done had a wife. He done made promises he didn't keep. He done squeezed your doggone ribs. He been following you. He been spying on you across the doggone office, the room. I said across the office. Lord Jesus. he is the main person that you should have been cut off. Should have been cut off. And I don't understand why they brought Robin on. Look, oh my goodness. Why did you bring first? Like, I was skeptical of Robin because I'm like, okay, first of all, he kept on lying. He kept on saying, "Oh, I'm leaving town tomorrow." Then, "Oh, I'm not actually leaving tomorrow. I'm leaving tonight." "Oh, I'm not leaving tonight." I actually. Then he's like, "Okay, I work over here." "No, actually, I'm actually the owner over here." And he kept changing the story, and I was like, "Okay, he lying about too much. What is he up to?" Then he was cool. Anybody, I understand nowadays that people into what they into, and you just gotta accept that. If you want to be into it with them, you do that. But you got this girl. Y'all done slept with this woman. Lord Jesus, I don't understand why. If I just feel like if you really into somebody, this is my personal belief. You ain't got to agree with it. But if you really into somebody, I would think you wouldn't want nobody touching yours. And that's not like a property or you own them or anything like that. But why would you want to share your person with anybody? Like, I don't understand. And that's what, like, between him lying, him being cool with sharing, then what's trip? Look, they tripped me out when they did the whole. They had it seemed like Gary came in. He's like, "Can I join you?" I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "Wait a minute." And then they revealed that Gary knew about he knew the girl that she had been with. I was like, look, that's so much going on. Then they randomly had Paris start sending her, I know they showed him Robin was questioning Paris and everything. Like, he mad, like he was gonna fire Andi because she had slept with him and everything. And then now he don't send. So will we see Paris again in season 6? Look, she got to end up. She ain't got to end up with nobody. She could be single. That's at this point. That's what she needs to do, anyways. But okay, that she just got to end up with somebody unless they introduce a new character. She might as well give the janitor a chance because everybody keeps saying the janitor this, the janitor. Well, Gary, I almost forgot his name over here. Oh, what does he do? Is he an accountant? Who's that? Karen Mama be calling Aaron an accountant. She be calling. Is he an accountant? I know he's supposed to be a pastor or something, but is he an accountant? Why should we call him an accountant? Did she say he looked like an accountant? I don't know, but I know they work over there. So, and what happened to Jake? They just look. I was happy that Zach was starting to have these friends and everything. Well, we have not seen Jake. Have we seen him at all this season? Did we see? Hold on. Was this the season that Fatima got arrested, or was it last season? I don't forget because I think it was the beginning. Where did Jake go? He just disappeared. I thought he was gonna be buddy buddy, and Zach's supposed to be owe him. Did Zach ever take the money from him? Look, they just be. I don't even know what happened to Jake. What happened to Jake? Oh my goodness. Then on Fatima, did y'all see? Look like Zach gonna be roughing up. Oh, what's the man name? I was just thinking of his name. His friend, Angela boyfriend. What's the dog? Hold on. His name is Bryce, y'all. But yeah, he gonna be roughing up Bryce. So I was like, look, they could have had Jake be his friend. They could have definitely had Jake be his friend. Did y'all know they was originally had other people playing these folks? They had the same dude that's supposed to be playing Tony. But they had somebody else that's supposed to be playing Nate. But okay. Who are you gonna talk about next? Cause this is just too much. We gonna talk about Danny. So they gonna be having a little meeting, intervention for her, cause she been wilding. It's one bad choice after another, and she just keep on. They say she do that when she was in college. She used to do that and everything when she's worried. Did they say stressed about something or worried or something? I don't know. But I think, look, the whole, like I said, the two characters, not the two characters, the two couples I was rooting for was Zach and Fatima and Danny and Preston. But I don't like how they tried to. I don't agree with some of the things Preston has done and said. I think, look, he told her, look, I give him that. He did say he didn't know what to do, so that's why he went to Zach to seek help and advice and everything. But he be acting. At some point, you really. I had to agree with Danny. At some point, you're gonna have to figure it out for yourself. Cause you don't tell nobody that if you don't marry me or if you don't say yes, I'm gonna go marry this girl. Bye. Go do that then. Go do that. That's a ultimatum. That's emotional manipulation. Is that emotional manipulation? I'm just naming stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. But you trying? No, no, sir. I don't agree. She obviously has feelings for this man. She's obviously scared. Why is she scared? What happened in her past? I think we should have got her background on these ladies and what they have been through, or something, a flashback or something. Maybe between season 1 and season 2. Cause now at this point it's like, because yeah, Danny over here wilding. After the scene with Jonah, you shouldn't want nobody else in your house. Did I say Jonah? Yeah, Jonah. Will we see Jonah again? Cause he's staring her down in the doggone airport and stuff, like he gonna do something. So you know, I don't know. But they on the preview for next week's season finale, they showed Danny, she's driving. I guess that was after she had the little intervention with the girls, the sisters, because she was like, they was like talking to her, and she was like, y'all came over here just to judge me, and Karen was like, we still your sisters, and she's like, well, I'm out. So instead, then they showed Preston driving. So I don't know if they on the phone with each other or what. But I was like, look, just be honest with him. You got feelings for him, obviously. You scared, obviously. Then they dropped the whole. Remember, his brothers had beat him up and everything, and she ran them over with the airport luggage cart thing. I thought we would have seen them again or something. Look, we just ain't seeing nobody again. You get one introduction. That's it. You might get 3 little scenes, but we don't see you no more after that. And I feel like these characters could have been utilized for better. Like, I don't understand. Then you see, look, I've been seeing a lot of these characters in new stuff, and I'm like, dog, they act different. I guess it's just the script, because the way they play their part. I know Sabrina got some movies out. Even Calvin been in some movies. Zach in some movies. Hayden been in. I've been seeing him. I don't think I've seen Gary yet. I don't think I've seen Danny. Have I seen Fatima? I ain't seen Fatima either, or Karen. I think I have seen Karen. I definitely seen Andi. I just seen her up on Carl Weber's The Family Business. If you haven't seen that, check that out. It's on BT Plus. Is it BT Plus? It's on something. I don't know. I think it's BT Plus. But she's probably got killed on there. We don't know for sure yet. We just gotta wait and see. But yeah, they getting her intervention. I just would have thought that she would have learned her lesson. This man don't spit on you. He don't slapped you. You don't ran him over. You was potentially gonna do jail time. It's just you supposed to grow at some point. And I feel like she was putting all the blame on Preston, and he just keep trying. And the Mandy girl is supposed to be coming. Just tell the Mandy girl that you love Danny and do what you can to. I know he been trying with her. He really has been trying with her. And she just, what was the reason of bringing Preston on if we ain't gonna see, when we do see him, he arguing with this girl. He arguing with Danny. Or talking about he gonna go marry somebody. Oh, Lord. And I thought he lived there. He talking about he going back home and everything. And I was confused. I don't know. But who else? Who else we got? I feel like I'm forgetting something major. The Jasmine situation. I don't know. I feel like we should have seen more. Cause she talking about suing the girl. What was the reason of all this extra stuff? Who else we gonna talk about? Cause I feel like something. I don't know. This is why you supposed to take notes, y'all. Instead of, I'm trying to think. What time is it? It's 5:51. If Karen, let's see. I don't know. Do y'all think Aaron gonna end up being abusive, or do y'all think he just was living a double life, or do y'all think that Jennifer girl? I don't know. I don't know at this point. Do y'all think Karen gonna try to run back to Zach? I don't know. Some people have brought up, like, they keep saying that she just want him because of his money. I said, look, everybody coming out the woodworks over this money, but I don't think Karen is one of them. I think she genuinely loved him, and he wasn't doing right by her, and she was like, okay, the only way to get over this. And I don't like the stuff Karen do. Look, I'm a Fatima fan. I like Karen too, but especially when she like Danny. They could tell y'all what's wrong and what's going on, but then they have a hard time accepting the truth about themselves. But yeah, would have to disagree. She had her own. I think it's just one of those situations where you feel like, you don't invested so much in this man, and now he want to do better for another woman. You like, nah, I earned it, and this is what people mess up at. If they wasn't willing to do that for you, but they willing to do it for somebody they just met, then that should tell you something. Not something about yourself, but just that they just wasn't the person for you. Cause she wanted a baby by this man. Remember with season 1, she was talking about having kids and everything. He had potentially got a baby by this other lady. It was a lot going on. It was definitely a lot going on, and like I feel like it's just one of those situations where she loved him. She wanted him to do right and do better, or just do stuff for himself. But she went about it wrong because she was belittling him. And Fatima didn't do that at first, but now they having her. I was like, this why it should have ended. The series should have ended, and then spin off because they over here acting. You acting, and that's why I remember the scene where they was at the gym. I think it was the gym. Yeah, it was the gym. And oh, we gotta talk. I guess we say is Fatima for well, they did show Deja on here I think one time, so we could talk about that. But yeah, I don't think I forgot what I about to say. I don't think I just think it's more so that she like feel like she lost something. But we seen season 1 where she fed up and everything, and now she see that's what people mess up too. They'll see them being better and they be like, okay, they better now, so we can be together. No, no, it don't work like that. Sometimes it do. But I don't know. I still look. I agree with the people who being watched for like the people who saying like, I don't know, they might sleep together again. Cause look, he don't went to jail. She don't had him locked up. So you can't really rule that out. I know he don't propose to Fatima and everything, but that's serious to accuse somebody of fraud and all this stuff and stealing. How they sound? Wait a minute now. We gotta get back on this credit card thing. Was it a credit card? Yeah, credit card. Because it said that they had signed Zachary Taylor on there, and she just like, oh, it's a client. It had to been deeper than that because how they know his whole name and everything enough to sign it. But yeah, I don't agree with that she only want him because of the money. I think she just see like, oh, he better now. She just didn't talk to him. But now with Fatima talking to him crazy too, like what's the difference? And I said he over there trying to sweet talk her. I'm trying to apologize to you and all this stuff. I don't know. I've been sitting here talking, and it cut off. The mic thing had cut off. I had to redo it. But yeah, I still would be watchful of them because if you reward this lady for having you locked up and almost, ain't no telling what the police do, what they did to you. Anything goes at this point. And like they said, they had been on and off. That's why I don't want to play that on and off stuff. No, we ain't gonna do that because that's unfair to whoever you start talking to. They be so proud of it. We was scared. She keeps saying they was together for 3 years, but they was on and off again. And I don't think you supposed if you off, you ain't supposed to count that. So you really been together for less than 3 years. But I know we got to talk about the baby. How could I forget that? Yeah, that's one of the major storylines that they don't focus on. The baby. I'm confused. I still don't know. Don't think it's Zach's, to be honest. I don't even think like some people brought up that it might not be Zach's or Aaron's. Uncle, this is where I confused it. Some people brought up that they had slept together at the hotel, but I thought that they was only doing the foreplay and stuff. I'm confused. Was they? I thought they was only doing the foreplay at the hotel, and Zach came in and interrupted, and then she was like she couldn't do it, and then they slept together. Um, After she had already slept with Zach. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. But some people have been saying yeah they had slept together, but okay, she went. She was like, not the 12th. Did she say not the 12th or whatever date? It was the 12th, I think. That was supposed to be the date. But she was uncertain, obviously. So it could be Aaron's. Y'all think she done messed up because she see who he is now? If he been living a different life or a double life or whatever. And I was like, oh. And if she finds out that the baby isn't Zach's, will she tell Zach or will she keep it a secret? Cause I'm like, I don't know. With this writing, they might write a third guy in. Cause I'm sure we getting closer to the series ending. I don't know. It might be like, did if Loving Is Wrong, did it have a eighth season? I think I know the house had 9. I think it ended at 8 or 9. One of them. But I feel like it's just being dragged out at this point. Do y'all think that uh Sistas should end now, or do y'all think it still got some storylines left in it? Let me see something. Hold on. They still saying that it's not even being announced. I could have sworn it was announced that it was a season 6, but if it wasn't, of course it's gonna have to be. Well, it ain't gotta be, but I would think that they wouldn't end it like that if it was canceled or something. But if it does end up getting canceled, they should do like a long I say maybe 2 hour ending or something. But I don't know. I really don't know because I'm looking it up now and I don't see nothing about no Dang, I think after next Wednesday after the premiere, once it ends, I think they gonna announce if it's season 6. But usually, do they been on announced it by now? Cause now I'm like, okay, wait a minute now. Cause they already got spoilers peaks out, but they don't mean nothing. Let me see. Hold on. I don't see nothing about season 6, y'all. But maybe we'll find out after the season finale, after season 5 finale. But I know Jacoby. Where did Jacoby go? I know. Why I keep saying I know? I said, the thing with Jacoby, I'm so confused. Wait, what happened? I got to remember. What did happen? What happened on it? Um, wasn't he trying to say she sexually harassed him or something? I don't know. But I know when they that bank fight thing, the whole thing was. I don't agree with how that went down. Did she fire him or something? Wasn't he defending? Look, this is why I know what I said. I had said back when my other channel, I had said I don't agree with the way he handled things. I don't agree with the way she handled things because wasn't he defending? Because didn't Calvin come in there? Didn't he grab? Look, everybody, what's up with people grab folks? Cause that them girl Karen made her sit down. I think Calvin had grabbed Sabrina and that's when Jacoby had stepped in, and then that's when Jacoby hit him. That's when Jacoby hit him or whatever. So he was defending her, and she was like firing them for fighting and everything. And I was like, okay, and you should have been. She should have been not. They should have fired her not because a bank robbery that she didn't commit, but because she be telling folks she told Zach information. She should have been the main one fired. He just disappeared, and now he on all the Queens men. I said I was gonna start watching that before it get too far. I think they on season. Is they on season 2 or about to be on season 3? I don't know, but I said I was gonna get into that before it get too far ahead to look at all the episodes at one time. But yeah, I said I didn't agree with that. I said like that's why don't they usually they supposed to have security at banks, but I noticed that they don't really have them at some banks. So I was like, that would have been a time for once that incident happened for the security guards, for the security guard to step in. I laughed because I was thinking about the little twirl that Calvin did and fail. I said, no, why they got Calvin playing? Look, I don't know. I feel like they could have gave him a better story. Look, that's what another thing we gotta talk about. Calvin and the bio dude. I forgot his picture. Look, I wanted to include everybody. The bio dude. I don't want to see what is. Did he do that at the kindness of his heart, or did he expect something? And what happens if one of them? Because Sabrina and Maurice owe that money. Sabrina owe it to Andi and Robin, and Maurice owe it to Bio. So that's a lot. That's millions. We talking millions. What happens if they don't win their case? What happened then? Cause yeah, I was like, dog. I was like, I don't know. Then you got Robin. Look, everybody just borrowing millions like it's nothing on this doggone show. Everybody, look, you got well, Sabrina, not Sabrina. Andi gave what she had, and then Robin gave that money to Andi to help Sabrina. Then Sabrina done went over here and got the money for Maurice from Bio. Robin done sit up here and got how many millions did he get from these folks? And then he got to come up with another 3 million, and Robin and Hayden talking about he not gonna come up with the money. And I was like, if he do, because the dude had called him and said that he wanted more interest, or he's gonna give, he's gonna something work with Gary now. I was like, they're doing too much at this point. If Robin, you got this kind of money, I would have had to go open my own stuff. I mean, this already supposed to be in your stuff, but I didn't know at first until I learned some years ago that even if it's yours, if you have board members and stuff, they can vote you out. And I don't know if that applies to every type of business, but yeah, they can vote you out. And I said, imagine working hard and then somebody telling you gotta give up what's yours. You got me messed up. You got me messed up. But yeah, I was like, at this point, is it worth the risk? All because of Andi? And then to find out if it's true that he got a whole nother lady pregnant and he engaged to her, it's like, what? What? I don't, what's that called? When people, they don't really want you, but they don't want nobody else to have. It's a combination of them not wanting nobody else to have you and like they possession or something. Like you can mistreat them, but they won't allow nobody else to mistreat them. And I don't understand. I really don't. But yeah, they just borrowing money like it ain't nothing. And Calvin was telling Sabrina like Well, really, Calvin. I think Andi. Yeah, cause Sabrina had got offended. Andi, Sabrina, uh, and Calvin. Not said Sabrina. Andi, Calvin, and Danny was saying like they don't know something about this. Don't feel right taking their money from them. Calvin was saying that the money wasn't gonna clear. It ended up clearing and everything. And I just want to know something gonna go off. Something. Then with the whole Q and Maurice thing, he confronted him next week on the season finale, and he got a weapon on him, and he looked like he gonna jump in front of it. And I was like, okay, so what happens if, um, let's say Maurice gets killed off the show, before his name is cleared, or if they do get his name cleared, does the money still go back, or is the money automatically kept in the system, like something? Because I don't know. They keep mentioning how, do you sure you trust them? That that's a big risk and all this stuff. They ain't gonna skip town and everything. Like something gonna go wrong. But then it's like if Q is the one who gets shot, they gonna make it seem like Maurice cornered him, got mad because he rolled the dime or dropped the dime, whatever they be saying. Because he rolled the dime, dropped the dime on him. What that mean anyway? I guess of course it means snitched. It, but and where is Logan? Where is Logan at? Cause who was that? Was that Q? Like Logan too? But yeah, I was like, okay, if it does happen that Q gets, they gonna look at it like he cornered him or whatever. Then they, especially, but then if he makes it, he could say, oh, Calvin attacked. She had her boyfriend attack me with a golf club and everything. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. But how do you make a deal with somebody? Because he got put on house arrest, right? I think house arrest or something, parole or whatever it's called. So how do you make a deal? Is that really the justice system? Like you see the person did it, and all they gotta do is say that somebody else did it and provide you with evidence that's not really evidence that is, and they could go out, they could get lesser time just because they brought you. That's kind of seem unfair, don't it? And then how do you listen to somebody a criminal versus somebody that I'm guessing never had a record? Two people that never had a record. Well, Maurice probably had a record. Who knows? Shoot, even Sabrina, because they keep saying they did something to some guy in college who was beating on Andi or whatever. They keep talking about that too. About what they don't talk about it no more, but they was talking about it. And I was like, I don't know. How do you take the word of somebody a criminal? Of course they're gonna say whatever. Then they just roll in with FBI agents and stuff and get these folks because the word y'all didn't even have the agents folks for the man that did it. I don't understand. Lord Jesus. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how this cute thing gonna end. I said that they should have name dropped. This would have ended all this stupid bank robbery stuff. Because look, this whole time I keep forgetting this my name. We just gonna call him Q. Q, they he had been hired. He had his whole name had been introduced to Danny, but not his nickname. They would rather have Sabrina come find this man in Danny's apartment, and she freak out. It doesn't really add nothing to it except Serena just going to tell everybody that I saw Q and Danny together. No, they slept together. You ain't see them sleep together, but they slept together. But she keeps saying I saw her with Q and all this stuff. What does it add to it? What does it add to the situation? I mean, Danny could still set him up and get a recording. But some tell me they probably wouldn't even believe them. You believe Q, the known criminal, but you don't believe everybody else. I don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't understand. They could have had it where, okay, she didn't even have to really start hanging out with him, but how he kept trying to put the moves on her and stuff. They could have been talking about what happened. They could have said what his name is and be like, what? He working at the bank. He not the bank. He working Lord Jesus. He working at the airport with me. For real? Oh, this is what we gonna do. We gonna get him. And then that's come up with some type of plan. I don't know if it would have held up in court, but the fact that his stuff, the person that's committing the act, I don't understand. The person that's on tape committing the act, y'all trust his word. He should have records of him robbing people before the Calvin thing, but Calvin don't sit up here. Let this man back in this house because you like his cooking because of his sob store. That's crazy. I don't know. But I think I don't know. It should be. He's also telling Maurice is telling Calvin that he just want him out of out of their life. I say our life, out of their life for good and everything. And it's like, okay, what he gonna do to Q, and how will he be blamed? Because then they gonna look at it like you tried to take him out because you know he told on you or whatever. It's a look. Maurice going to jail. He going back to jail. They should have killed. Oh, what if he do go back to jail? Oh Lord, then that means Sabrina gonna have to do something to pay this man money back, and that's a lot of money to be paying back. Why did he change his mind? Who gives people that type of money? I mean, Robin gave it to Andi, so I don't. Y'all give millions to people y'all like. I mean, if you got millions, would y'all do that? I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I just feel like everybody gonna owe everybody at this point, and something gonna go wrong. I can't remember if I talked about the difference between. I know I talked about it in my review for this week's episode, but the bio and the Calvin thing. I feel like, of course, if somebody give you millions, you'll be great. You gonna be grateful and be like, "You gave me millions, what?" But that ain't, to me personally. That's not as impressive as somebody willing to give you everything they got in their bank account. He had this 20. Look, he's from both of them. And I feel like they both, Sabrina and Maurice. Look, Calvin was willing. He told Danny he'd give the $20,000, everything he had in the bank account. Then he told Sabrina, well, he was talking to Maurice, and he said he was gonna get that 20,000, for him. And I was like, I feel like that's showing the type of person he is, but it's getting overlooked. Now I get that it won't erase the fact that he into some stuff you ain't into. Just tell him that, then, and that'll be the end of that, hopefully, because we sick of this storyline between them. But it's like, I think it's something. It's better for somebody to. How do I say this? I would appreciate it more if somebody was said they would be willing. I ain't saying you got to, but I'm saying for somebody, they must really care about you and love you and everything. You willing to give your last without a thought? Bio had to go think about it. What did he go think about? What made him change his mind? Did he say, "Oh, I could use this to my advantage"? Because them ladies were following Sabrina, and something about she's supposed to been. What did they say she's supposed to be? Because he's supposed to be a prince, right? So, is he up for king? Y'all know how it goes. Is he up for king and you got to get married? Is he gonna require that of Sabrina? Like, what is it? Because remember them ladies were following her in the grocery store, and she looked it up and found out he was a prince. Like, is they gonna come back? Is he gonna be like, okay, if you can't pay this back, or even if you can pay it back, or it gets back because after the hearing or whatever they said, the money's supposed to come back to him. Is he gonna be like, okay, now I did this favor for you. Now I need you to marry me because Calvin believes it's too good to be true. Danny, Andi, and everything. But yeah, I value. I mean, you ain't got to get nobody nothing, first of all. But to say without, you ain't got to think about it. I got $20,000 for Maurice and Sabrina. That's that's a friend right there. That's a real friend. You willing to give with your last, knowing that first of all he ain't got his own place. He live with Maurice, and Maurice could kick him out at any point. Cause that's just how it go. Even if you get, cause like Q kept reminding him, your name is not on the lease. So even if you have been giving money, people could kick you out at any time. You could give folks these money. You could give folks money. You could have been giving folks money the entire time, paying bills, contributing to the household or whatever, and they could kick you out at any time and say, "Oh, your name not on the lease. This is my house, and it's in my name or whatever." So he really don't have nowhere to stay because Maurice could still be mad and say, "You got to go." So he was willing to give his last, and Sabrina told Maurice about the golf club thing. What about the fact that he's willing to give his last? Then didn't his daddy say he would sell his stuff, sell something in his property? He would sell something to help out. I don't know if that was about Sabrina or Maurice, but either way it goes. To have people value you that much that they willing to give their last or give their property or give whatever. What? But you just so fascinated by these millions. I mean, like I said, that ain't no millions. It don't matter if they got 1 billion. If they willing to give millions, that's cool and everything. But I don't know how to explain to y'all. It's just a difference to me. I know everybody got different beliefs, and that's okay. We can all have different beliefs and still be cordial and nice and cool and everything. In some cases, but yeah, I don't know. It just that would mean more to me that you willing to give your last, then like you would have to get more. You work hard for that. Like ain't no telling what you had to deal with on your job or whatever, and you willing to give it up for me. Like I don't know if I don't think that would have to be enough to change. Like I don't think you should. That should force you to make a decision that you don't want to make about being with somebody. but I will see you in a different light. Like, you willing to give it all for me? What? Girl. But yeah, if I think of another video, y'all, I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm missing somebody. We should talk about Pam. Some people are saying that she the one who took the picture. She the one who took the credit. But they had already seen, they would have known Pam. So I don't know. People are speculating that she ain't no good. But I don't know. We just gonna have to wait and see. I'm trying to think. I feel like it's something I'm definitely missing. But I can't think of it right now. Let's see. We talked about Andi foolish self, Sabrina, Calvin. I'll just do a separate video, but that's it, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Until next time, deuces.